Hi, this is Dr. Nikitow again. So now we're going to show you why we're so successful with correcting headaches and neck pain. Because what we're doing is actually putting the spine back into its normal alignment the way the normal spinal model is. And from the side, the spine should have an arc, and that arc should measure an angle of about 40 degrees. This way the weight of your head is being distributed between each of the 7 bones and discs in the neck. But the other thing we also look at is the head could deviate from side to side, or it can have twists or turns or tilts. So we have to identify all of those distortion patterns, because when we go to make the correction of the spine, we have to understand that a chiropractor doesn't move the bone into place, but we actually trigger neurology. We trigger nerve receptors. There's nerve receptors throughout your whole body, and there's fast fire ones, slow fire ones, and essentially what happens is those nerve receptors are never asleep. They're always talking to the brain. So the way we get out of alignment, or what we call subluxated, is we do postural habits like sit too much to one side and our head goes to the opposite side. We look into technologies and phones and texting and all those kind of things, and the nerve begins to overfire on one side harder than the other. The nerves talk to the muscles, and then the muscles hold the bone or hold the spine. So essentially, if you're having forward head posture, it's because you're looking into the technologies this way too much, or you're looking at texting, or you could even have traumas like whiplashes, which cause the nerves to get irritated in the front, and for some reason they overactivate in the front, talk to the muscles, and pull the head too far forward. If you're sitting on the couch all the time and leaning to one side, your head's going to go the other way, and that's going to cause undue pressure on disc joints and nerves. Or if you're, tilting your head like they used to do with phones and different things like that, there's a lot of postural habits and distortions that can cause the spine then to go out of alignment. But it's the nerve talking to the muscle, and then the muscle that holds the bone. So a chiropractor doesn't formally push a bone into place or adjust a bone into place. We do adjustments to trigger the nerve receptors. And then you are given exercises to also trigger nerve receptors. Exercises are done in an isometric fashion. So if your head's going this way, we have you push it this way and hold for 3 to 5 seconds. If your head's too far forward, we have you push it back 3 to 5 seconds. So there's a lot of different things that we'll do to help realign the spine to free up the pressure on the disc joints and nerves. The adjustments have to be done frequently and consistently, just like practicing piano or practicing a sport, because you're changing how nerves are firing to muscles. So essentially, when we do an adjustment, say for someone who has a forward head and doesn't have a good neck curve, we will actually have them lay down on the table, and we will contact the middle of the neck and do multiple thrusts forward into the neck to take the curve and try to establish the curve in that direction. And again, it's a process of doing it over and over and over. It's sort of like if you took a big pen and you sort of bent it once, nothing would happen. But if you did it multiple times, the plastic will bend and then reform into a nice curve or a nice arc. The other thing we'll do is when we're dealing with forward head, we'll do adjustments to move the head backward. The adjustment, again, stimulates the fast nerve receptor, while you will do exercise to pull your head back that will stimulate the slower nerve receptor. Okay, so when those two receptors are both activated, they'll talk to the nerve, which talks to the muscle, which pulls the spine back in alignment. In addition to that, we have different rehab things that we work on with the neck. For instance, we have a neck wedge. And in this neck wedge, you place it behind your neck and you just lay on your back. And when you lay on your back, it stretches the front ligaments and muscles and fires the nerve receptors into a curved position. We have, for harder necks to fix, we have in-house units like traction chairs. We have units that you can pull your neck forward by doing certain traction methods. And those help us establish the neck into the proper curve as well. So this way, whether we're adjusting the head from here to here, we're triggering the nerve by doing repetitive adjustments, and you are doing repetitive exercises to help move the neck back in the position. And then we have, like I say, different rehab things that we will use to help reestablish for instance, the neck curve. The other thing we recommend is a cervical pillow, which has kind of a bump in it. And what this allows you to do while you're sleeping is it'll help reestablish the curve back to the neck. Now, we will take x-rays before and after to show you that your neck is finally fixed. And once it's fixed, you want to keep it maintained throughout your lifetime, which will teach you with certain postural habits, certain things to do at work. There's little exercises that you could do. So there's a number of things that we do to fix headaches and neck pain. But this is the long-standing correction, because we actually do spinal correction. Look at pills, potions, putting ice on your neck, hot tubs, even doing acupuncture, which is great. All those types of things that we talked about will never fix the spinal alignment. And when research shows that the majority of neck pain and headaches comes from necks being out of alignment, forward head posture, crushing on disc joints and nerves, stretching the spinal cord, the only way that you're going to get those things fixed is by seeing a chiropractor who does what we call spinal correction. Other chiropractors that don't do x-rays, just pop your joints, aren't fixing the spine either. So in our clinic, what we do is we actually do spinal correction. We identify your posture in a three-dimensional coordinate system. Once we identify if your head's going this way or tilting or turning, and if you have forward head posture, we can put a program together to actually fix the spine once and for all so it's corrected. And then your headaches and neck pain will be gone forever. If you're interested in doing that, then call our number 303-773-8027. Thank you.